I did have the slope on the first hole of the Internet Invitational.
Did you shoot a number with it on?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
You can never see the rangefinder with it on.
Yeah.
We're back with episode 3. If you guys have not watched yet, I'm Garrett. This is Blake, and
And I'm Blake.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Blake.
No, but we are running. No, it's bad. But we're running the Good podcast now, so we're on episode 3. The first couple episodes did amazing. Thank you to you guys for tuning in. The Brad Dahlke episode, the episode where me and Blake gossiped about Mo. And
How you doing? And now we're here.
And now he's here. So, yeah, Blake, anything before we get started?
No, I mean, I think Garrett and I both talked. We want you to kind of have the floor to say what you want as we open this. But I mean, you might be the hottest thing in golf right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about.
How does that feel?
It's kind of like sad that it's not for a good thing. You know, it's like my name has been searched a lot lately, but unfortunately not for the right things, you know. But other than that, it's a lot of attention, a lot of craziness. But I'm just super grateful to be here with you boys.
That's good. I'm grateful to be here with you.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What a crazy situation, though. What a crazy situation. Because it's one thing when, you know, at a Barstool event, you expect drama, right? Like, just in general, I think they kind of live for that.
Yeah.
Right? And I knew it was intense when even Dave was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I've never felt like this intensity in the air. It was a crazy vibe being there just watching. So I can only imagine how you felt being in the hot seat. And, you know, you have hole number 9. Paige has her situation. Then right back to back, all of a sudden, Mo is this biggest villain on planet Earth. So if you want to say anything, don't really have a question, but more or less just like open the floor to you about SlopeGate. A lot of people have speculated things.
Yep.
They've said, I've read a lot of responses online, and I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
Why did Mo act that way? Why did he run back to his car? Whatever. You know, and I've, just from an outside perspective looking in, it's like there's a couple ways to go about it. But I could imagine the one thing that I'll say to, like, I don't even know if this is to say to back you up, but if I have 47 people looking at me, essentially, and like accusing me of doing something, I probably would act a little bit weird too. Not saying I would have done exactly what you did, but I'm just saying, like, talk us through, I guess, that if you want to. You don't have to speak on it too much, but it's in the past as of now.
Yeah,
but.
It's a topic. That's what it is. It's a topic. No, it's just so funny because in the moment, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, go check my rangefinder. But the hardest part is I just got accused of cheating and having slope on. It doesn't help my case that I was already acting sus from the beginning. And people don't even realize this, but that rangefinder wasn't even mine. Like, my rangefinder got stolen the day before, and I was on the range warming up that morning, and I used one of the employees' rangefinders. And super weird. Like, all we did was he gave it to me, turned the slope off, put it on my golf cart, and that was that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's also hard too because, like, as a golfer, whenever you're shooting numbers, sometimes you'll shoot the flag, sometimes you'll shoot like the front of the green to see what you got to carry. And I didn't do myself any favors at all. And so, like, from me to you guys, I don't blame you if you don't want to believe me. You know, I acted completely sus. The video looks horrible, and I'll admit that. It looks terrible. But more than anything, I'm just grateful for those who have backed me up and who supported me, who's loved me throughout all of this. Some of the craziest DMs I've ever gotten, some of the, you know, nicest DMs I've ever gotten. But in the moment when I was there and I went to go grab my rangefinder, if I can go back in time, I just wish I would have moved. I wish I would have just stayed there, let someone else go grab it, because the video looks terrible. Like,
it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It looks really bad.
We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah. I'll say it looks bad, yeah.
No, yeah, it does. And, like, even when I was watching it in the moment, I was tracking my heart rate. What do you guys think I got up to?
Oh my gosh.
Because I knew what was happening, but I've never seen the GoPro video. Like, I've never seen it.
Really?
So when I saw it for the first time live, I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just cheat? Like, Like I'm watching, I'm like, dude, I think I did.
It's also so easy to just hit that button.
It is.
Like,
it really is.
Yeah.
But my heart rate got to 129, like the beats on here. I was like, dude, I'm like,
You're thumping.
and all day, dude. Thursday last week, I was the most anxious person all day, just because I just knew what the video was going to be like. But it's in the past. I've been telling people this all week. Is like, I just want to move on from it, play some golf. I'm going to embrace it. I'm the slope guy. Like, some of the nicknames I've gotten from all this is crazy, and we'll share them later. But like, Maslopey's here,
Malosi.
That's my favorite. We actually named a hole in my backyard Maslopey.
It's just funny, and so. But regardless of the fact, it's like I was telling you guys earlier. Like, even if you guys like, you don't have to believe me. You really don't. It looked horrible, but at the end of the day, I told people this, I'll die on the hill. Like, the slope was off.
Slope was off.
Slope was off. I mean, I did have the slope on the first hole of the Internet Invitational.
Okay.
Because we were the first tee time.
Did you shoot a number with it on?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So for the first hole, but then Fat Perez, he asked Dave, hey, are we going to do slope? And then we got a text, me, Beef, Mac Boucher, and Joey Coldcuts. So I did, in theory, have slope on for the first hole.
Wow.
Interesting.
Mo confirmed use slope in the Internet Invitational.
So wait a second. Hold on. Someone clip this out of context. Post it on TikTok. I'm just kidding.
He had slope on.
I did have slope on the first hole. That's the first clip of the podcast. Oh, no. That really baits him in, huh?
Yeah, I think I just did you guys right there.
No, that was great.
I got some phenomenal deals in here! Black Friday only! Turn it! Black Friday deals! Come here! Black Friday deals! This year, we got great stuff this year! Printed polos, $75.99? $75.99! Nope! Guys, it's as low as $35. $35 you can get it right now. We're only at googogolf.com. Okay, Q-Zips. What were they? $100? Nope! As low as $50. And only at googogolf.com. Come on, give it to me. Hoodies. What are hoodies? $70? No, $35 right now at googogolf.com. We got prices so low, Santa doesn't know what to do. Okay, the elves, no one knows what to do this year. Fleece crew, $60? No, now it's $30. T-shirts, $30? No, $15. We got head covers for putters, for drivers, for 3-woods. Low as $17.50. And his name is John. Oh! Deal's so good, the price is cut in half for some of this stuff. And only at googogolf.com right now. I think it was gonna break so good.
We're definitely taking like a neutral ground here, I'd say, but like there's no proof. You can never see the rangefinder with it on.
Yeah.
I've seen a million TikTok. It's my whole entire Explore page is you.
Yeah.
But there's not solid evidence of it ever being on.
Because it wasn't on.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
But
no, it is funny, dude, the amount of people that went to war for me. Like, I deleted social media Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I mean, I re-downloaded social media on Friday just so I could post about, hey guys, stop reaching out to my family and to my wife, like, come at me. And then I deleted it again. So I didn't see any comments. I deleted Reddit, Twitter. Like, I just didn't want to see anything. Those 3 days were some of the most, like, peaceful days of my life, just to be off all social media. And just to be present with my wife, with my closest friends. But when I came back on and I saw all the TikToks, I was like blown away. And I'm so grateful I left my rangefinder behind me. Like behind like my head, like on the metal part, instead of putting it up here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That way there's like proof. It just made things.
It's in the cart cam.
Yeah,
is what
people
you're
can
saying.
see it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is there's no shots on video of the red, because that's what I've been seeing. Because like if slope is on, I was reading or saw somewhere like on that specific rangefinder, if the slope is on, then it would be red. If the slope is off, then it wouldn't be red. So what you're saying is there's no shots of it being red.
No.
Yeah.
Even if like you have another camera guy looking at my rangefinder or looking at it from the golf cart, it's flipped to the right, which is black, not red.
Wow. So what about, because you just mentioned something about, people sending your family messages, which is where I draw the line. I mean, I'll say it, like, getting hate online is not an easy thing to read. It really sucks. And obviously in your case, it was at a very high magnitude. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, the YouTube golf world, those episodes were obviously pulling millions of views, but at the same time, it's like the community is so tight knit.
Yeah.
Like, when everybody gets on something, they'll get on it and they'll go. And that's kind of in general, I think that's how YouTube viewers are, but specifically with, $333,000 on the line per person, like, people were very, they were very invested. And so I was just curious because I did want to say one thing. I think hating on you over the situation,
It's
whatever.
understandable.
Yeah, it's very understandable. Like, it's like, hand up, you think I cheated, whatever, like, hate on me kind of thing. One thing I will back you on is the stuff with your family, I think, is absolutely asinine. And I think that's unacceptable that people were sending the messages that they were to your mom, to your wife, and whoever else in your family. I think that, just like from my perspective, pissed me off reading that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, at the end of the day, like, people think just because you're behind a screen or whatever, like, you don't have feelings or whatever, or even the people in your life, it doesn't matter. Like, you can say whatever you want, but at the, like, those words do have an impact.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to show it on film, but I'll say it. Like, you show me a picture of your mom, like, in tears and your wife in tears. I can't imagine, like, what that's like. Because, again, if you're the one in the situation and you're the one crying and you're the one in tears, that's on you.
100%.
So just keep, I that's the one thing I'll say is, like, definitely if anybody's watching this and did that, I think you're, like, scum on the bottom of a shoe, in my opinion.
No, like, when I downloaded social media the next day on Friday just to post those, pictures or post that one story, my guy's like, leave my family out of this. They had nothing to do with this tournament. Like, it was my mom's birthday on Saturday when she received that DM of saying, like, how does it feel to raise a zero integrity piece of son? Great job, Mom. Like, it's my mom's birthday, dude.
So
and
messed
so
up.
that's when she sent that to me, and she said, this really hurt my heart today.
Dude.
And as, like, her eldest son, like, in that moment, I'm like, dude, I suck. Like, this is my fault. Like, and it is. Like, it really is. But at the end of the day, my dad told me when he was comforting my mom, he texted me and said, hey, we're going to go. If one goes down, we all go down. So we're with you we're with you this whole time. So
That's awesome.
my dad was really supportive. But yeah, dude, it was really hard for me to have my wife, have my mom go through what they did. And, but the tides have turned. Everything's a lot better going into this new week. We had to make my mom and my wife private on social media just for reasons, But other than that, it's crazy. Who would have thought YouTube golf has made it this far?
Who would have thought people care that much?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like I mentioned, though, like, with $1 million on the line, people are going to get pretty invested.
Yes.
And that's one thing that's understandable. But obviously just wanted to say that about messaging your family. That's insane.
It's funny because, like, I can take it. Like, I signed up for this job. This job has a lot of perks, but this job has one con, and it's your face is all over the internet. And so for me, I've learned a lot, just by being, on YouTube golf is you got to take it. And if you can't take it, you shouldn't be doing this job. And so, like I said, like, I can take the heat, come at me, but just don't come at my family.
Yeah. I wanted to mention a couple things about that and the hate. So obviously talking about how you can take the hate, but there has been a lot of positive reinforcement, which
100%.
you also mentioned.
Yeah.
And I think once people started to kind of post the stuff on TikTok, I feel like I'm kind of a fly on the wall with social media stuff. And I don't know. I feel like I've now been around it for so many years where, like, if something's going down, I just kind of, like, read the comments and, like, stay invested. and it seems like it's kind of gone to where it's a little bit more half and half than it was. Once people were like posting videos and stuff like that, I did see one thing that I saw. This guy did it was like Mo has slope on like 87% accuracy or something like that. Oh my
gosh.
That was the funniest video I've watched in a while.
So that
and I saw you commented on it.
I did, because it was hilarious. And that kid is actually cousins with my wife's best friend.
Oh, no. What?
So it was like, I wanted to like call him, big dude, great job, like great post. Like this did some numbers.
I saw like the Sora AI ones too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, those
so funny.
There's been so many funny edits, and I've laughed at a lot of them. Like they're just great, and it's like at this point,
you need to do one. No, you need to do like Mo has slope on 100% accuracy.
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing: is like here's the problem with that.
Recreate it.
Is like I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Why not?
Because like if I do that, do you think people are gonna be like, I knew it, like he had the slope
you gotta
on.
Nah, you just gotta do it.
Did you guys see my TikTok? Did you see the TikTok I made last night?
The par 3.
Yeah, it was a par 3. I'm like 196 yards to the flag, probably playing a few yards down.
Yeah, that was so good.
Like it's like
we should honestly like go make a TikTok after this in my backyard.
Yeah.
You hold up a rangefinder, you're like 25 yards, and be like, what's it playing to?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, probably like 22 yards.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like at this point, it's like I was talking to Max about it downstairs of just balancing. I don't want to like overdo it, but I also don't want to like keep it hidden. That's why a lot of you guys probably haven't seen me been posting on my main feed. Is I've been like wanting this to die down, and I've also wanted you guys to hear it from my point of view. Garrett and I talked about this last week. Is like, let's get you on the pod and let's squash it right now. Like let's just get it all out. Then I can go back to posting kind of on the regular. But no, dude, it's just finding a good balance of like playing into it, but also like getting out of like the whole cheating part.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like people, because like I'm gonna be known as that for a while now.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the hardest part? The part I do admit that I cheated in was when I played with Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, it was similar to the page style thing, though.
And to like talk about that, you know how in this tournament when we were there, it was the most strict and like non-strict tournament I've ever been a part of.
Yes.
So like, you know, when you go play in a tournament, like a USGA tournament, you go into tournament mode in your mind, right? When I was playing in that moment, when I was playing Garrett in alternate shot, I'm thinking more YouTube, and this is on me. When I broke that branch behind me, I didn't even think once about, I just cheated. Like I just broke a rule.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I was watching it live when Garrett's like, Malosi, don't cheat, don't break it, and broke it. Wow. This is like, I just wasn't thinking in the moment. Like when you're playing tournament golf, you think differently. You think, you know, like you're just careful. But in this moment, I'm thinking, this is a YouTube golf video. Like I'm not really thinking USGA rules. I'm just thinking, how can I get this shot out?
Yeah.
And so that was a hard part. And I'll wear that one on the chin. Like I own up, I did that one, you know?
Yeah.
And so.
Well, there's one thing, like, as far as like the most official and also unofficial tournament, the one thing that Dave said at the beginning was he wanted everybody to like, he's like, by all means cheat. Like, do what you can to win. Yeah. And I remember like Dave saying something like that. I don't know if he verbally like explicitly said cheat.
He said it's like, do anything you can to win.
Something like that. Like, and so, you know, as far as that stuff goes and like, whatever. Yeah. I feel like in that situation, that wasn't as big of a deal as, you know,
do you want to
everything
know
else that got out of hand.
The one part where I was most like disappointed in myself, because I took that part to heart about the do anything to win.
Yeah.
In the 4th episode, when Bubby hit it into the water and Fasoli found the ball, like shout out to Fasoli, like that's my guy. I love him to death. He found it, and he found it like on top of the surface of the water. When we placed it back down, it rolled down, and that was the whole like thing, like, you know. But then when we got down there again, I moved a rock in the water, and it moved the ball, and that was a part where Bubby, and I admire Bubby for this. He's a truthful human being. He's an honest man. Like he was the one talking out, saying he didn't mean it, and he was kind of like backing me up. But I just sat there. I didn't do anything. In my mind, I'm like, I know this is probably going to be a second penalty if they call it out. But like the part where I was most disappointed in is like my characters, like I didn't own up. I didn't stand up for what was in theory right. Because I wanted to win the hole. Like,
Yeah.
And I knew we were going to take a drop regardless. I knew that we were going to have to drop out of that first penalty stuff, you know. But that was the one part where I was really disappointed in myself, and that's what I admire about Bubby. And speaking about Bubby, everyone's been asking me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, because when I texted you maybe a week ago, you mentioned that you and Bubby talked on the phone. Is that right?
Yeah.
And yeah, because I think the world, or a lot of the viewers thought like that was just weird. Bubby calling, but that's just Bubby. Bubby was always gonna like it doesn't matter who you are. He's gonna be honest, and he's gonna
It was it's funny because a lot of people don't know this, but Bubby and I we squashed this in August when this was filmed. We had a great conversation. He told me his point of view, I told him my point of view, and we it's been over with. But the fact that Bubby and I had to relive that moment was like, all right. So I called him right after the video was released. I just want to see how he was doing, because I know I was getting a lot of DMs saying like, "How is your boy gonna call you out like that? That's messed up. This, and this." But like, Bubby's he's doing the right thing, and like, at the end of the day, whether it's for $1 million or for this or for that, like, he was just being an honest human. Like, he was just like, go check his rangefinder, you know? And I respect Bubby for that. I respect you guys for your guys' like opinions on it. Like, at the end of the day, man, golf is the most like integrity like sport there is. And that's one thing I admire the most about Bubby's. He's going to own up, and he's going to tell the people like, this is the truth, you know, whether it helps you or if it, you know, it ruins you. But like in that moment, like people have been like saying like, that's your boy. Like, why did he do you dirty? He didn't do me dirty. You know, he's just being an honest man, and I love him for it. You know, it taught me a lesson that whole trip is like, no matter what you do in this life, you just got to be honest and truthful, and people aren't going to believe me, you know, and that's just their opinion. And I just got to wear it on my chin and just move on. And I know where I stand. I put my hand to God, and you know, that's how it is. And so, but yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't really have much to say or unpack to what you just said. I do have a question that actually, Blake, you could ask this question, but we were wondering about like potential, you know, rangefinder sponsors or whatever.
Yeah. Because you got to think, you're the hottest guy in the rangefinder industry.
Yeah.
I mean, Bushnell, Precision Pro, these guys are probably barking at your door.
Yeah. It's funny. A week ago, so not just this, like, you know, the week before the tournament was released, or the last episode, I went and toured 4 sites, like each queue. And so I was looking at all the 4-site, the stuff, the Bushnell, the rangefinders. They're sending me some rangefinders and like some speakers and stuff like that. And so
that's awesome. If you make
well, like, I'm gonna make a post about it, like,
oh god,
new sponsorship inbound.
You gotta charge a lot for that. I mean, that thing's gonna go.
No, we are. It's funny. Like, they're writing up a contract.
Yeah,
like, we're working on
That's
it.
incredible.
And so, no, but
wow,
you know, we'll see.
You mentioned something a second ago about like nicknames.
Yeah.
So I want you to say your favorite nicknames that you've gotten. Have you written some down?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to share the one you told us in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The one you said.
So I was talking in the Discord, and big shout out to the Discord. They've been awesome. They've been probably the most supportive when it comes to backing me up. That's that army of people in the Discord. This morning I was in there, and I was talking to them. I'm like, hey guys, what are the best nicknames you got for me? Like, let's hear them. And so, let me see. Where are they? Let me scroll up. Everyone talks a lot in this thing. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the Discord, go to the Discord right now. Bang. Oh,
What time does the sun set? We need to go film this. Like, after this, I really want to go film me about to hit a wet shot. Hey, Mo, how far is it?
Okay, ready?
22 yards playing up to 25.
Okay, current new nicknames. Malosi. That's probably everyone's
That's my
number
favorite.
one, right?
That's my favorite.
We got Mo Sus. Okay. My favorite is, unfortunately, this
like Moses.
It's Mo J. Simpson. That's crazy.
So good. Yeah. Mo J. Simpson.
Yeah. Another one's like Mr. Rangefinder, Sir Slope, Malosi Tongi Slopey. Malosi Tongi Slopey. Like, I don't know. I think Mo Slopey is gonna be. It's gonna be a thing.
Maslopey might actually like
that might be I might now identify as Maslopey.
That might be your official name for the rest of eternity.
I think it might.
Maslopey.
I'm gonna go change it real quick on my my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Can you put Maslopey rangefinder?
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, but I guess before we wrap up from the rangefinder, from SlopeGate, if you will.
SlopeGate.
Is there anything you just want to say to the people, or you feel like you got it all out there?
No, I just want to say thank you to everyone for backing me up and for all the love you guys have sent to me through social media. Big thank you to you guys for having me on, about the whole SlopeGate stuff. But I also just want to give a massive thank you to everyone over at Barstool and Bob Does Sports for even having a guy like me there. Like, I was around some big dogs, and I'm a little puppy. Like, that was fun. And so big shout out to everyone that was a part of that. The Internet Invitational was insane. If they ask me to go back, I don't know. I'll have to really think about if I want to put myself.
They're gonna want you back.
We'll see.
They're gonna be like, Barstool. At the end of the day, like, they probably said a bunch of whatever. Yeah. Like, they were eating it up. Yeah. They loved that. The drama is what they live for.
And it sucks because I gave them the perfect drama. Like, with me going to the golf cart, being sus with my thumb. Like, why did I do that, dude? Like,
yeah,
Virgos.
You're kind of looking on the side of the seat.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, did I get it? No. No, but I just I really want to think to myself, I really want to go through that again, But wow. Shout out to all those guys. I love them. SlopeGate to the moon.
Okay. I think we just need to
move on.
We need to move on from the SlopeGate and Maslopey. Let's, we talked about it. You came on, voiced your words. I almost spilled that coffee on your computer. So appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Question before we go on, because I do want to ask you a few things about your story, how you got into golf, and then golf YouTube before we wrap this podcast. But so is there any beef with you and any of the guys that, Bubby, for example?
So from my perspective, I didn't know it was Bubby that told. When I watched the final episode, that's when I realized it was Bubby. I thought this whole time it was Micah. Like from my point of view, I thought it was Micah calling me out and doing all this and doing all that. So when I watched the last episode, I saw it was Bubby. I'm like, oh dang, that's crazy. But in the moment, I was so locked in on trying to help my team. Frankie's kind of everywhere. Paige is going through everything that she's going through. So for me, I was just how can we fast forward this? Yeah. And I was just telling Bubby, I'm like, dude, why would I do this? This is $1 million. Why would I jeopardize my team, my reputation? I'm sorry. At the end of the day, Bubby, his whole thing was, why did you grab it? Why did you grab it? And I told him, I don't know why. I wanted to show somebody, and I went to go grab it, and there was no one around. So I did myself dirty in that realm, and I'll own up to that part. But no hard feelings towards anyone. I love everyone that was there. I found out who my true friends were, though, when the video dropped, and everyone that reached out to me. That's when I found out, all right, who's gonna be there, and it was crazy. And there were some people that I never thought would reach out to me, and there's some people that I'm like, oh, they didn't reach out, they hate me, they're mad at me or something like that. But at the end of the day, I don't blame anyone for, like I said earlier, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to believe me or whatever. But yeah, no hard feelings towards anyone. I'm grateful for everyone and love everyone, and I just want to move on, play some golf, hang out, make good videos, make good content. That's the goal here, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is a way for you to move on from this in a very positive light. No publicity is necessarily I mean, it's
in
not
this
great
situation,
publicity, but
it's kind of hard because everyone's been saying that to me.
It's hard, but like there is a way where I think the comedic way that Garrett's kind of saying, or there's definitely a strategic way that you can. It's just about building trust back with people. Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I'm on a radar right now. I'm going to be watched very closely in everything I do.
You're being looked at through a rangefinder.
Yeah, I'm really being looked at through a rangefinder. So
hey, hang on, is Mo 5 yards downhill or 6 yards downhill?
Like, dude, I'm gonna go buy I'm gonna have like Bushnell send me a rangefinder with no slope, and I'm just gonna go no slope for the rest of my life.
You should sell a rangefinder. You should come out with the Malosi.
The Maslopi.
The Maslopi.
Yeah, it's like
no. You should do one that's literally the Maslopi, but it's only slope. It doesn't give you the
doesn't
actual.
turn off. That would be insane.
It says it's off. But
It says it's off, but it's really on.
Dude, that'd be incredible.
And there's like no different colors. It's
Dude, we need a good shirt.
dude.
Maslopi.
I saw.
Crazy.
If someone buys them a Slopey t-shirt, good t-shirt, that would be insane. Like I would be like, why'd you get that?
Little sus.
Like you're sus too if you're buying that. But
That's funny.
no, it's good stuff.
All right, well, Maslopi rangefinder's coming soon. No actual yardage, just slope. Oh
just
god,
slope.
that's crazy. Okay, well, let's put that in the past. Wrap that. Boom.
Now that you
Back
guys
there.
have left the podcast, now we can actually talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now everybody's completely checked out because this is what everyone came for. No, I do want to ask you just a few questions before because I feel like that's a lot of negative talk. Maybe it's not entirely negative, but there's a lot of negative involved. Yeah. There's a lot of negative connotation with that conversation. But I would say, like, I want to know and explain, like, kind of how you got into golf, just your story of that. And then, we'll fast forward and talking about how you got into YouTube. But there's some things that I know that I would really love for you to share about sales and whatnot like that if you want to get into it.
Back to the door days, huh? So I started golfing when I was 5 years old. Played a bunch of sports. Baseball was my favorite sport. Growing up, still is. When I was 15 years old, I had a hip replacement. I think you guys knew that.
Yep.
Had a hip replacement, and that's when my dad said, "Hey, let's just focus on golf." I played golf all 4 years in high school. Then I did 2 years on a mission in El Salvador. I got my scholarship 6 months of being in El Salvador to go to Eastern Wyoming Community College. Played a year of college golf out there. Hated the cold, so I transferred to St. George, Utah, where I live now, and I actually quit golf in 2018 to 2020, just so I could play pickleball, play softball with my friends. Anyways, then I got back up into it in 2020 with all my friends because everyone in COVID years just wanted to start golfing. And then, of course, that's when I saw, all the good stuff. That's when I followed GM Golf. It's funny, I have DMs of Garrett and I talking from 2018 on my personal page. And so,
way back.
That was in 2018. But regardless, that's kind of my story. I did door-to-door sales in Lubbock, Texas, Louisiana, Amarillo. Bless you. Garrett just farted.
No, I don't know who that was.
Holy shit.
Asher.
Why did you fart?
You did some here too.
Oh yeah, and I sold door-to-door Vivint Home Security here in Dallas
In the old Good neighborhood.
in 2021. Yeah, where the old house was.
Remember that? We were driving there
Yeah.
and Mo was like, I think I used to sell in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I played at Plantation a lot back then in 2021.
Now it's the farms at
We just called them.
the clubs at the club at Frisco Farms, I think is what it's called.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a fun course. But yeah, 2021 is when I came here to Dallas. That's when I was introduced to Whataburger, to what do you call it? Trails of Frisco.
Frisco Diner.
Yeah, Frisco Diner. Yeah. Ruby's or whatever that barbecue spot is. But no, so I did door-to-door sales until 2024. Well, 2023 I was knocking doors and doing social media all at the same time.
And why did you get into like social media, and what did you do first?
I did Instagram first. Did Instagram and Facebook. I just posted on social media. I started in October of 2022, mainly just because I worked for 5 months with door-to-door sales, and I had 7 months off. And I just wanted to showcase golfing in Utah. Big boys can golf. And it was just, kind of my way of having fun. And then I got my first, brand deal. It was with Vice Golf, and they paid me like $800. I'm like, dude, I can do this. Like,
Yeah.
And one led to another to another. Garrett responded to one of my DMs. He said, "Let's make it happen." Posted on a story. I freaked out. Sent it to all my friends. I'm like, guys, check it out. And then Malosi Golf kind of just, I just kept on being persistent, consistent on social media, and here we are.
So I wanted to mention something, and I want Blake to talk about this a little bit, but when you were getting into the social media world, like you're talking about, whatever that was, 2020, whatever, and you guys, 2022, and you guys actually met. Mm-hmm. You guys knew each other before I knew Malosi.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was looking for somebody to come on a GM week with us because we needed a fourth. It was you, me, Jackson, going down to Houston, and I was just like, I know Ryder and I had kind of talked about Mo and his stuff, and I remember I talked to you on the phone. I said, "Is this guy a vibe? Like, he looks like he would be a vibe." And you're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Would he work for this trip?" Yeah. And we all hit it off. I remember that trip was so
Houston,
good.
Right?
Yeah, it was Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
It was like my birthday trip like 2 years ago or whatever it was. 3 years
you
ago.
called me at like midnight or something.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
And I was like half asleep, and I called you.
And then Blake called. This was on March 14th, 2024.
That was the date.
How do you know that?
I wrote it in my journal.
That's sick. But no,
that's so cool.
Kind of weird.
I met Mo very weirdly. I was moving to Arizona, and
you met him weirdly.
Like this.
What is meeting somebody weirdly?
He came to St. George with Nick Delfico.
I had no idea who Mo was. Nick's
Yeah.
like, I know a guy in Utah. Like, maybe we can stay at his house. So we were driving from Kansas to Arizona.
And
You're like, what's a Mo?
Yeah, and Blake
Mo?
stayed in my little apartment that we were in at the time on my red couch.
Yeah.
He slept on the, or were you
No,
upstairs?
I was in the room.
You were upstairs,
like connected to Mo's bedroom.
Yeah.
It was like
this is stranger. Completely met him
Yeah.
that day. We went in golf, filmed a video together. The three of us, me, you, and Nick.
Coral Canyon.
Yep, at Coral Canyon, and it was fun. And then you moved to Arizona, and then whenever I would go down to Arizona, I would just hit up Blake, see how he's doing. We just hit it off really well.
I remember we were. I don't know. I remember we were in the car. Nick and I call Mo. First thing Mo's like, we like asked if we can stay with him. Mo's like, "Yeah, by the way, my wife's super hot." He's like, "You're gonna love my house."
Wait, that's awesome. You're just gassing up your wife.
Gassing up my wife.
Dude, shout out Kelby, dude.
Yeah,
Shout out Kelbster.
She's a baddie.
Shout out Kelbster.
I remember I heard that sentence and I was like, "Yeah, this guy's cool.
Yeah,
this guy's gonna be great."
And then remember how you and I went to the Desert Open together
As fans. Jerry Clark got me tickets.
Yeah,
And I
Jerry
was like,
found us.
No way.
Yeah, he's the one who took us back. You pull in, and then that's when I met Garrett for the first time.
First time, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we met for the first time then.
That was hilarious.
No, that was in February of 2024. Everyone always asks me like, "What's like my funniest like moment on camera?" It to this day is still on my first GM trip. When I was in the bunker, do you guys remember when I was in the bunker?
Oh, you fell.
And I fell. And I was like, and then Ryder edited it to be like a slow-mo fall.
It was
And with the music,
yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
I made it like a 7 on that hole too.
I remember that hole. Was the drivable
And then that
par
guy drove a ball onto the green, and we're all like, "What is happening?"
But we all met then. Good vibes.
And here we are.
Mo fell into a bunker, almost gave me mouth to mouth. Heimlich.
That was a crazy video.
I was choking on some like whatever that. What was that?
A panini.
Yeah.
My first time having a panini. I've never had one before.
Do you remember the world was gonna end that day or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solar eclipse.
Yeah. Crazy lightning storm we had.
We were out back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So let's get into some conspiracies. I'm just kidding.
Wow, honestly.
I'm
Let's
kidding.
get Micah on here.
Was the slow
Let's get Tig on here and start talking about the Earth.
The Earth.
Oh gosh. Well, regardless.
Wow, yeah. I think back to that. My favorite moment is the 32-inch waist.
Oh
That
my
was my
gosh, you
favorite.
and Jackson.
With me and Jackson.
Yeah.
Size 32.
Yeah.
That was my favorite moment.
What did you say again?
What?
What did you say? Horon.
Horon.
He said horon.
Horon. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Well, because he's like,
Dude,
it's like,
size 32.
I'm like, wait, Horon.
Horon.
Dude, those are some good GM weeks.
Yeah,
we've had.
good times, man. We need to run one of those back again. Us three need to go on a GM
I
week
agree.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
at some point. That'd be fun. Any other questions to close us out?
Oh,
Anything?
man. I mean, I had a couple, but I really liked where we're at. I mean, I think I'm excited for you to turn the page and
move on.
I mean, we're here for you. You know that. Everyone was good. I mean, we all care about you a lot, and I can't imagine how hard that was to go through. So, yeah. I
appreciate it. Love you guys.
Love you, brother.
Appreciate you coming on. Love you, brother.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy. Whether I believe you or not.
Yeah. Whether we believe you or not, we still love you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Max is asking, did I do it? I guess we'll never know.
Wow. That's crazy.
No, but it was off, I swear.